to the SC Classics YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Other work I've been concentrating on, obviously the XR2, you've seen the footage of that, but I've also been working on the 1978 Signal Yellow Mark II Mexico, known as YFG. Stripped this car down in, I think it was 2019 or 2020, before I started this place when I was working for GS Escorts in Runcorn, and stripped it down to be repainted because this car was actually restored back in 1988 by a guy who I've been speaking to recently on Facebook, Daniel Heaton, and it was restored a long time ago, obviously, and the paint was starting to peel off, so we stripped it down to a shell and sent it away and had it painted. But when he painted it, he painted the engine bay, the full exterior and the underside. But when he painted the engine bay, the seam sealed some places that shouldn't be seam sealed, and when they painted underneath, they give it a light coat of stone chip and then painted it, but for whatever reason the paint was like dry and chalky, which it just didn't look right. So it came into me. I've stripped all the paint off the underside, actually found quite a bit of repair work that I needed to carry out, which I didn't quote for, it wasn't part of the job, it just wanted sanding down and painting, but it actually turned into a hell of a lot more. And then obviously unpick all the seam sealer, remove all that, and then paint the engine bay. But as it stands now, it's nearly ready to build. Got the engine bay painted last week. Just a bit of flatten and buffing to do, just a bit of dust in there, just nib it off. Paint behind, need to repaint the grille and the radiator supports black. I'll finish that off. A little bit of paint work to do inside the car, just to freshen it up, make it neater, because they actually missed around the back windows. They've prepped them, but haven't painted around the windows, and as you know, on a Mexico, that's on show. So that'll have to be prepped and painted. As for the engine bay, the seam sealer did actually seam sealed these joints on the strut tops, which if you're into your Escorts, you'll know these shouldn't be seam sealed. And they'd seam sealed, they'd filled these pockets up with seam sealer both sides, which again is a big no-no, because that's actually, any water drains through there, down and off the bulkhead. So quite a job picking that out. But yeah, looks a lot better. Like I say, I want to flatten buff, get it looking good, and then start building it. Show you underneath. Earlier this week I painted the sills black, did all the black overspray underneath. As you know, I painted this one along the side, trying to replicate the factory grey and overspray. Hard to see. It's going quite well. And it's finally good to get it off the spits. It's been on a rotisserie spit for months. So to build a trolley for it to sit the shell on, because I couldn't get inside the car painting while it was still on the rotisserie. So I built a trolley. It's now off the spit for the first time in a while. And all the black detail. Some more underneath. Nice and clean. It's got a bit of a shine to it. It's not meant to be too shiny, but it's got a bit of a sheen to it, which is good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually building this one. It's been a while. But yeah, this is what I've been on with, other than the XR2.